4D Melting Snowman Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a melting snowman nail art design. So this one has a little magnetic piece that fits on top of the nail. So there's the little magnetic full non-melted snowman on top, and then you can take that piece off and there's a melted snowman underneath. So the melted snowman underneath has kind of a sad facial expression, and the one on top is all happy, obviously because he's not melted yet. But we want the snowmans to melt, don't we, Melody? We're done with this cold weather. I hope you guys are like me. Sympathize, the cold weather, done with it. I hope you guys like this design as much as I do and are kind of rooting for the melted side of things. And don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
So to begin with, I'm going to start by sculpting an overlay of blue acrylic for the background. And this is a very light blue acrylic. I would keep with any sort of pastel. It wouldn't necessarily have to be blue, however. The one thing that I went back and forth about adding in this is I thought it'd be really cute if there was a little sun up in the corner. So if you want, you could add that. That would make it a little bit more, I don't know, melting-ish for your snowman if there was some form of heat shown. And then before you finish off that blue acrylic, place a magnet near the tip of the nail right in the center. That is going to be what attaches your unmelted snowman to the nail when it is on. Then encase the nail with a layer of clear acrylic and begin filing the nail into shape. So when you are filing your nail into shape, the one thing you do need to keep in mind with any nail that has that magnet in there is that you should probably try to file all the way down to the magnet. And the magnet's a pretty good thickness that unless it's in the apex, it's plenty thick for your nail. So just file through and you'll be able to tell once the acrylic is filed off of it. So just keep that in mind. So I first started out with a coarse bit to remove any bulk and then went to a finer bit. And now I'm going to be wrapping my nail up pretty tightly with some plastic wrap and then adding another magnet on top of it. So it goes nail, plastic, and then a magnet, so that you're basically creating a little guard between this little piece that you're making now and the nail so it doesn't actually stick. So then I'm going to start sculpting out my snowman. I added his middle body section with white acrylic first and then placed in a piece of brown thread for his arms. And then I added his bottom body section and his head. I don't really know, I don't want to call it his butt because that would be his leg area. I don't know. The 3 circles of a snowman, it's the biggest bottom one. That's going to be the one that's covering the magnet. And make sure that you entirely cover up the magnet so that you can't see it anymore. This is going to make it so that you don't obviously see it for color reasons, but also you don't get that weird little bump in there for a magnet. So then add another layer of acrylic over that middle section. Make sure that you get it so it goes all the way out to his arms, so his arms look like they're sticking out from the sides. And then add the section over the top of him, over the top of his head, and sort of touch that up. Give him a nice round noggin. And then after you have all that done, I'm going to be adding his orange carrot nose and his black hat. So I'm going to start with the black hat, and with black acrylic, just add that. Whatever details you add to your 3D snowman, you're going to need to add to your melting snowman. So keep that in mind. So if you decide to add a scarf to your 3D snowman, that you're going to need to probably paint a scarf to your melted snowman so that it looks like it's the same snowman melting, not 2 separate ones. So I decided to keep my details and my clothing pretty simple on my 3D snowman so that would make it just a little bit easier for painting him. So then I added his carrot nose, and then I'm going to start doing my painting. So with some gray paint, I'm going to be adding some shadowing on my little snowballs, just like that, and then add some highlights with some white paint. The gray paint I used is just ever so slightly less bright than my white acrylic. It's just a little bit darker than that. So then I also added a gray stripe on the hat, little bits of details, highlights on the nose, those highlights like I said with white on my snowballs, add some black little coal buttons on his middle section, eyes, and a smile. And then I'm going to trim off his arms so they're not terribly long, apply a layer of matte top coat, and he's all done. So now I'm going to be painting my snowman that is in the process of melting, which is so sad, on the nail. So there are my 3 much more squashed looking snowballs, along with a little snowy ground. Here is his hat. And when you're doing this, one thing I did on my snowman to make it look a little bit more sad is I changed his facial expression. So on my 3D snowman, he had a nice bright smile and he had regular little circle eyes. On this one, I made his eyes look a little bit like they're sad looking. And I gave him a straight across smile. So it's not even a smile anymore. It's more like a, oh man, sort of look. So there's his eyes, there's his mouth area, his 3 little coal buttons, Then I'm going to add his arms with brown, and instead of sticking straight up like they were, they're tilted down. Same thing with his nose. Everything is just starting to melt and head downward. It's a sad day for a snowman once the sun comes out and it starts to melt. Happy day for me, though. I am very eager for the time when we no longer have snowmans sitting out around houses where I live, because I'm sick of the cold, and I would love it for there to be no more cold. After you're done with your little snowman painting, go ahead and apply some gel sealer over the background, and you are all done. You can stick your 3D snowman back on top, and as you can see, the 3D guy pretty much covers up your melted snowman, and it, you don't really see it until you pop that off. So I love this. I think it's so cute. I hope you guys like this as much as I do, and please share recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!